Lewis Hamilton has expressed growing concern over Mercedes' strategic approach following the 2024 Singapore Grand Prix. The seven-time world champion, who has often been vocal about his team's missteps, didn't hold back in his assessment of the situation, emphasizing the difficulty of staying positive amidst inconsistent results and strategic shortcomings. The Singapore Grand Prix is known for its grueling conditions, with high temperatures, humidity, and the relentless twisty nature of the Marina Bay Street Circuit. The tyre strategy is crucial, as managing degradation while maintaining race pace is often the key to victory. So why then was Hamilton put on the soft compound tyres for the start? Soft tyres, while providing more grip, degrade quickly in these conditions, especially on a track like Singapore. It became clear early on that Hamilton's tyre degradation was severe, forcing him to pit earlier than planned and leaving him at a strategic disadvantage compared to those on medium compounds. Some argue that Bonington's call was made with good intentions, aiming to get Hamilton ahead early and let him control the race. However, when it didn't work out, theories began to bubble. Did Bonington, under pressure from Mercedes management, intentionally sabotage Hamilton's chances? Mercedes' decision to pull Lewis Hamilton and George Russell from post-race interviews with Sky Sports after a challenging 62 laps in the intense Southeast Asian heat left many questioning the team's overall situation. While the move was justified by their physical and mental exhaustion, the timing couldn't have been worse, as Mercedes faced a frustrating day on track. With Lando Norris coasting to victory and Max Verstappen in second, Mercedes struggled, with Russell finishing fourth and Hamilton slipping from P3 to P6 due to a controversial strategy call. Hamilton's frustration was evident as he openly criticised Bono's decisions over the radio, adding to the brewing tension within the team. Lewis' frustration was palpable after Mercedes' decision to start him on soft tyres led to an early pit stop on lap 17. The seven-time world champion didn't hold back over team radio, accusing the team of killing me with this offset as he fell behind teammate George Russell. As his hard tyres aged, he became an easy target for future Ferrari teammate Charles Leclerc, who breezed past him in the final laps. Mercedes quickly acknowledged their strategic misstep. Team principal Toto Wolff admitted the night had been a tough one for the team. "That was a really painful evening for us," Wolff stated. "P4 and P6 is not what we expected after starting from P3 and P4. He went on to explain that their strategy was influenced by past races at Singapore, where track position is often key. We thought the soft tyre would give Lewis an edge at the start, but it turned out to be the wrong call." Wolff conceded that the team's struggles with rear tyre management cost them dearly. Overtaking, which had been more challenging in previous years at Singapore, proved easier this time, exposing the flaws in their approach. "In hindsight, we should have started him on the medium tyres, but the bigger issue is that we were simply too slow today." Reflecting on Mercedes' broader struggles with hot, traction-heavy circuits like Singapore and Baku, Wolff acknowledged the difficulty but refused to use it as an excuse. "It's hard for us to accept, but we must and find a way forward. Austin is next, and we'll have some updates to hopefully push us in the right direction." Hamilton's frustrations only deepened when he found himself locked in a tussle with Yuki Tsunoda. Attempting an overtake down the back straight, the Mercedes star misjudged the move, running off the track and allowing the RB to reclaim the position. It was a moment that stung for the seven-time champion, as errors like these have increasingly hampered his performances this season, having started in an impressive third place, a position that had even surpassed his own expectations. This slip-up felt like a bitter setback. More damaging, however, was the missed opportunity for a podium finish. As the race progressed, Hamilton's hopes for a top three spot slipped further out of reach, especially when McLaren's Oscar Piastri surged past both Mercedes drivers, leaving Hamilton staring at a chance that had well and truly evaporated. This latest shortfall has delivered another hard knock to Hamilton's season. As Lewis Hamilton crossed the line in sixth place, his race engineer Peter Bonington summed up the sentiment over the radio, admitting, "Okay, well done, Lewis mate. That's P6. That tyre gamble really shot us in the foot there." It was a candid acknowledgement that the team's strategic risks hadn't paid off, leaving them with a result far from what they had hoped for. Despite his clear disappointment, Hamilton remained composed, responding with a measured tone. "Yeah, definitely hard to stay positive after that weekend, but still grateful for all of you guys. The pit stops, thanks for showing up." His reply, though dignified, revealed the underlying frustration of a champion used to fighting for podiums, not scrambling for for 6th. Team principal Toto Wolff added his own apology, taking responsibility for the team's shortcomings. "Sorry we gave the two of you a car that wasn't good enough. We read the race wrong, but it wouldn't have made a difference. We were just slow today." Despite locking out the second row in qualifying, Mercedes couldn't convert that promise into race day success, leaving both Hamilton and George Russell frustrated with a car that simply wasn't up to the challenge in Singapore. In the team's post-race press release, Hamilton spoke openly about the emotional toll of such a disappointing result. "It's hard to describe the range of emotions you feel after a race like that," he said. "This year has been testing for all of us, but we keep pushing as hard as we can." Hamilton, ever the team player, emphasized that while the strategy didn't work out, the decisions are always made with the best intentions. "It's frustrating when things don't go our way, but we're all in this together. We've lost some ground to the leaders in the last few races, and we're working hard to understand why." Looking ahead to the next race, Hamilton struck a hopeful tone. "We'll head to Austin with energy, drive, and determination. It's another opportunity to show what we're capable of when everything clicks, and I'm confident we can take a step forward with the car." The Singapore GP was a microcosm of Mercedes' struggles post-summer break. After showing signs of improvement before the summer break, the team has regressed in the second half. After the summer break, Mercedes had high hopes, bringing several upgrades aimed at closing the gap to Red Bull and McLaren. But the results haven't materialized, and it became apparent that Mercedes' package still lacked consistency. The car struggles on tracks requiring high downforce, and tyre degradation remains a persistent issue. The decision to use Hamilton as a guinea pig for strategic experiments has only exacerbated these problems. One of the most controversial narratives emerging this season is the idea that Lewis Hamilton has become Mercedes' guinea pig. Throughout the season, it's been noticeable that Hamilton has often been given experimental setups and unproven strategies, while George Russell has been allowed to run more conventional and reliable strategies. In the Singapore GP, the decision to start Hamilton on soft tyres felt like yet another experiment gone wrong. Throughout the season, Hamilton has been the one to trial new aerodynamic parts, different suspension settings, and unconventional tyre strategies. The logic behind these decisions is that Hamilton's experience and skill make him the ideal candidate for testing, but it's come at a cost. Hamilton himself has hinted at his dissatisfaction again after Singapore GP with being used as the test case, questioning some of the strategic decisions made. While he remains a team player, the frustration is beginning to show, and many fans and pundits are asking whether Mercedes is prioritizing Russell's development over Hamilton's success. As Mercedes continues to grapple with strategic missteps and inconsistent performances, the question looms large. Is the team using Lewis Hamilton as a guinea pig for their experiments, or is there a deeper plan at play? With Austin on the horizon and new updates promised, the real test lies ahead. Can Mercedes bounce back and reclaim their spot at the top, or will these challenges persist? Let us know in the comments. Until next time, goodbye for now.